Hello and welcome back. Today we're going to continue our Romance of the Three Kingdoms XIII run, playing as Liu Bei. We're kind of at the last legs of this run, most likely having secured ourselves kind of the #1 spot, and we have this. This is our final campaign, the final ride. It might not be the final one, but it's probably going to be enough to bury Cao Cao, conquering multiple cities, taking out huge chunks, and capturing up really good officers, as we've been doing. Two of his best officers right now are currently in our dungeons, unfit for fighting, and too many of his officers are over here, fighting someone else. We petitioned Sun Quan for help. I don't think he listened to the petition, but Cao Cao was attacking him anyways, and so if Cao Cao attacks Sun Quan, this is a perfect opportunity for us to push in. We also do see some bad news for Sun Quan here. Dongzi was slain by Zhu Huang, so Zhu Huang, very strong officer from Cao Cao's army, and Dongzi would actually be one of the better military officers in Sun Quan's army, except he's dead, so he can't be that. But we will be preparing and engaging in this campaign here. So we are just going to select everyone one at a time, because you can't merge them. And we will be marching on the next objective forward and looking to push for Zhu Cheng to liberate the Emperor. This episode, we're going to liberate the Emperor. The Emperor's been sitting here. He's been controlled by Cao Cao. Cao Cao is, an imposter, an evil, vile man, not in any way romanticized as the villain, while Liu Bei is romanticized as being honorable, when in reality they're kind of like the same guy. Nothing like that. Definitely not. And instead, we will be restoring the Han Emperor to his rightful glory by supporting him and capturing Zhu Cheng. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to send everyone in, and we're going to get in there. The stragglers are starting to arrive in the north in Li Yan's force and Deng Zhi's force. We have more than enough here. We have started to push onto the gate, which is pretty low durability anyways. There's only 5k troops there to defend, another 15k there, but we have like 200,000 between all the units kind of pushing there. We have conquered the first stronghold, the first checkpoint, and we're pushing into the second in Zhu Cheng. And we have also split our forces a little bit. They've sent Zheng Liao and Zhao Hu Sheng to oppose us. These are fairly good generals, and there's 26,000 against our, what is this? We have like double their forces, but we don't really need to engage, and we'd be more than happy to have Zheng Liao just be forever bricked by staying in Runan. We see that they did pull off of trying to capture Shou Chun, so giving a little bit of a reprieve to Sun Quan there, but we are just pushing through, and the engagement is hitting. And if you see here, these are not a lot of troops for them to try and resist us here. There's Cao Cao leading a big army, but that's pretty much it. That's the only substantive force. Now, the people who were pushing Shou Chun, now they're reorganizing. More people are coming around, but they have to cover 2 entrances, and even a third if they want to kind of cover this side, which isn't really exactly what we're trying to push. And we're pushing into Hangu Gate here. We, of course, will set everyone else, or all these guys, once they are reset their formation, we'll have them all march on Hainan with the intention of taking Luoyang. Okay, I feel really stupid, but I just realized, or I just discovered, that you can have these guys merge by just having them advance on each other's stacks. So we're just going to merge all this into a mega stack, because I'm pretty sure we can reconfigure the stacks afterwards, but with a massive mega stack, we'll just have them all march onto Zhang Fei's army. And in this, we won't get to see exactly who all is there, because we won't get to see their beautiful, beautiful icons. We're destroying this stronghold at Zhu Cheng, but instead we will get to, hopefully this doesn't like magically kill our troops, and they actually, okay, well, it looks like Zhao Yun has taken command, but this also gives us a really good idea of exactly how many troops are there, so this is going to be good for us. And we will advance, we will merge up, and we will see just how many guys. Okay, fair enough. Well, this is a big enough consolidation. It does look like it's around 200,000 troops up there, and we are subjugating this. So we're on to Zhu Cheng, and they're not even moving people to Zhu Cheng to possibly defend. They have these guys, again, just kind of sitting there. We're more than happy to wait and push other directions and cut them off, and really not concern ourselves with advancing on Runan here. But this stronghold is almost certainly going to fall very quickly here. Our bond is strengthened. Boon companion with Yi Ji, whom we were helping out with a little bit of a market task. And we will resume kind of trying to make friends. Oh, we're still helping him with the task. But this is almost completed. And I think what we will do is we'll take a look at Zhuge Liang's force, and we will construct... Oh no, wait. Do we have a camp there? Interesting. Alright, I think we're going to merge them all onto Zhuge Liang's army, though. And so we will be reconfiguring it to make it look a whole lot cleaner. Alright, so we got a bunch of these guys merged up. It turns out there's a cap, so you can only merge towards that cap. But we have 130k troops here, 60k troops here, and 220,000 troops up here in the north. They're shifting around. Zhang Liao's leaving, so if Zhang Liao's just going to leave, then we're more than fine just advancing on Runan here. And we have begun attacking Liu Yang here as well in this campaign. Zhang He is grateful towards us, so he will invite us in, and we will get ourselves a little friend quest here. Alright, we'll fight a duel. I think we lose this one. He's pretty good at dueling. We might just get lucky. What we could do, you know, is, oop, not like that. We could be a little bit cheeky and slot everyone out who's not martially oriented to boost our martial as much as possible regarding our companions, but we'll do it the sensible way, which is that we won't be able to, you know, in the middle of things, swap around companions just to maximize our war. We have 91 war, he's got 90. He's got dueling 5 though, so I think we're at a bit of a disadvantage. But we might get a boost, so we get a little bit of chip damage. We know that he's attacking here. So I think what we're going to do is attack, defend. This is conservative so that he can't unbalance us. And then we know he's attacking so we can defend. And then we will do knockout here. And then an attack, something like this. I think that this is the most conservative approach we could have. He's going to do more damage to us when we both attack, but we are going to get a good defend off here, and so we are going to maximize some knockout damage. We do get a boost from our boon companion, or our friend, which boosts our war by another 5. He's still got dueling on us, but looks like we get style points too, so we're going to get him here. He's not going to unbalance us, and we will have ourselves a new friend, because we clapped him. As one does. And Wang Shuang was also very impressed. Who was that warrior, Liu Bei? So we'll have a talk with Wang Shuang as well. Wang Shuang would be much harder to duel than Zhang He, but that's nice. I didn't think we were going to have too much a chance. Oh, well, Wang Shuang. Now Wang Shuang wants a piece of the action, huh? Alright. We have to report to Zhang He. No, we don't want to visit you. We have to report to Zhang He in order to become friends. Alright. That's the spirit. Big nice. Friends with Zhang He. Zhang He is one of my favorite characters, so really excited for him to be our friend here. We boost our endurance in doing so, and perhaps we should actually take a look at I know we're in the middle of this, like, sweaty campaign right here, but we're doing it strategically, so we're not having to micro any guys. But getting more friends has allowed us to kind of boost up our traits or our skills a whole bunch, and now we're in really good shape in a lot of things. We started out with Virtue 9, but we didn't start out with Training 9 or anywhere near it. And a lot of these we've boosted up just through making friends with various guys, which is going to be good for us. I think the next city we take, we probably just put Zhang He in charge of it. I mean, we could Comrade slot him in, but I think that he's a little bit better. Well, I mean, actually, we could just give it to, like, Li Dian or something like that, and keep Zhang He for ourselves inside of our thing. Nah, Zhang He is just better than Li Dian, so I think we would rather him be leading a larger force, especially because Li Dian has a higher rank than Zhang He right now, and he has the Comrade bonus. Zhang He is just, Li Dian, I think, is high 70s, low 80s in his leadership in war, and Zhang He is high 80s, so considerably better. But, back to the campaign. We're pushing in on Runan here. And we get, of course, some friendship. The power of friendship compels you. We're pushing in there, and these guys are reforming. No one's here to oppose us, so we'll just push on Zhu Cheng as well. No one's gonna try and stop us here. Looks like they're trying to stop us up here, which is fair enough. This guy will recover his morale. No, he's not gonna construct anything. He's just gonna regroup. And, yeah, so we're pushing through. At least on Zhu Cheng. I assume someone's gonna come and try and stop us. I mean, someone's gonna pop out with 15,000, but 15,000 versus 130 is not gonna cut it. Instead, they're... I guess this is the largest force. This is the 220,000 force. I mean, well, it just doesn't matter for them. I don't think they can resist, even if they micro well. And look, maybe he did accept our attack request, because now Qiao is getting attacked by Sun Quan, and with looks like a decent-sized force. And so there's not going to be much chance for resistance here. The capital, and with it, the Emperor, shall soon be ours. We get Zhu Cheng. And with it, we install the Emperor. We don't even have the choice, man. Liu Bei, of course, always installs the Emperor. By conquering the latter, the city of the Ladderhan Emperor resides in, you can choose to have your force control him. Controlling the Emperor will bring forth the following results. Your presence will increase dramatically. By gaining enough presence, your ruler can ascend to the throne of Emperor. In addition, as long as the Emperor is present, the Yellow Turban Army cannot gain titles. If the Yellow Turban Army or force declaring ruler, their ruler, Emperor, controls the city the Emperor revolves in, the later Han Dynasty will fall. We'll try and preserve the Han Dynasty if we have a little bit of an option, and we will move some guys over. In fact, we're going to move, not Zheng He. Actually, yeah, let's move over Zheng He right now. But I think we're going to make this our new capital as well. We'll be a little bit closer to the action, and it is where the Emperor resides. And so it does make a lot of sense. And so we'll start moving over, actually... Yeah, we'll just move over everyone who's affiliated with our city that we could feel that we're going to want to have with us, which is going to include all of our companions and wives and all that stuff. And then we will put our new administration in that city. An envoy arrives, wanting to speak to us at once. Liu Bei, I hereby appoint you as Duke. Damn, I thought we were going to be king already. Nope, time for Duke. Okay. Fair enough. All abilities +9 again, and we will have some more ranks with which to bestow on our lovelies. From here, we're probably going to push and pinch into Chen Liu, because Qiao is going to be... What affiliation is that? I'm not sure. Okay, that's affiliated with Qiao. We won't attack something that is affiliated with Qiao, under the understanding that Qiao is almost certainly going to fall to Sun Quan, and we will instead take the troops that we're kind of pushing in the south, and we'll put them in on Chen Liu, and we will look to take Liu Yang, and then push into the north with the bigger brunt of the forces. And so we will be marching... We will have kind of a straight line from Chen Liu, and then we'll have to split between Pu Yang and Zhao Pei, and then from here we will get to push into here, just straight line, and then we'll have to split. It has come to my attention that once we merge these guys, it doesn't seem that we can split them. I'm not really sure exactly how that works, but if we can't split them, then that's a little bit annoying. And we never should have merged them like this, but we'll try and make do with what we have. To be fair, we have 2 huge stacks here, and those guys split fairly well, and we have 1 huge stack and 2 medium stacks here, and those guys will split fairly well, and be able to attack their own cities. But if we take a look, the tail of the tape is that they basically have no troops left with which to march out, and if they're marching out with substandard units, which the AI does, they'll be in really big trouble. They're down to nearly half as many troops as us, and we almost have as much troops as the rest of, the game combined. Chen Liu really won't last very long. They kind of reorganized all their troops, and while they're reorganizing, we're basically just going to get to push through for cities kind of for free here. Maybe we're making a mistake even picking up some of these guys. We're, of course, going to want to transfer some guys, but we'll transfer after we... We'll have Sun Shengxiang advance and take Hulao Gate real quick. And we will have Guan Yu just beeline it straight for Pu Yang. so that we can hopefully take advantage of the fact that they're not, or actually, does he have a, alright, did he get, yeah, okay. Just making sure that he got food, but we'll just beeline it right for Puyang. Not really stopping for any sort of thing, just like Zhao Yun is going to beeline it for Heinei, not stopping to take these kind of outposts, and then from there we will just leapfrog, and Huang Zhang's force will go up to Shandang, and then Zhao Yun, after taking Heinei, will go up to Yi. So really, really kind of steamrolling through now at this point. And they're welcome to try and push in this way. Or look at this, this is their reinforcement, this is their like 50, 60,000. But all of their frontline cities are really, really hurting in terms of having enough guys. And even from the frontline cities, we'll be able to deploy out, you know, once they recover some of their wounded, we'll be able to deploy out and reinforce these squads, as well as pick up any sorts of bases that we left unattended or we did not fully pick up on our way, kind of sneaking through. We are crashing through here. Ma Cao's force and Sun Shengjiang's force will be, let's see, they have supplies. Okay, perfect. They have supplies. Perfect. They will be crashing through here and going for Xiaopei. Guan Yu is attacking Puyang right now. There's only 5,000 troops there, and they can't get reinforced, because guess who's cutting off the reinforcement? Zhao Yun on his way to take Ye. And then from the north, or in the north, we see Zhu Shu marching to help somebody somewhere. Don't know what that's about, but he's just leaving Shandang undefended. And so that's going to be quite nice for us, and we will be taking all 4 of these cities pretty easily, pretty handedly, because nobody's here to stop us. There's the troops that are coming in as reinforcements are too far away to really stop. We have 20k, 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 15k, 15k. They're not going to make it in time. And we might even see, yeah, even Zhang Liao's coming, but none of those guys will make it in time. They might send back, but if they send all the way back to their home bases, like over here in Beiping, Ji, you know, Nanpi, then they won't be able to help when the next phase comes rolling through. You know, when Guan Yu's guy rolls through to Zhebei, or when the Sun Shengjiang and Ma Cao roll through to Ziagpi, they won't be able to defend, or when, you know, the next, of course, Huang Zhang's going to come up to Jinyang. So this campaign's really rolling through Cao Cao. And also, in terms of officers, if we take a look and we look how many officers are prisoners currently, it's a lot. And it's all Cao Cao's army. Just pages of prisoners, basically. And so this is also a reason why we can crash through so fiercely, is because they just don't have enough guys to really try and oppose us. So it's really, really a momentum-based thing. Once you start gaining a little bit of momentum, you start crushing, is kind of how it works. Hey, our feckless son has matured. You'll serve you. Yeah, service in what? Zhang Shi has matured in Chengdu as well. Yep, so this is Zhang Fei's daughter. And then we have a prisoner escape, and an Imperial Envoy comes, which is, of course, very, very nice for us. We are now a king. Finally a king. Finally, finally. I think that this... I'm not sure if this gives us more rankings that we can give to people. Before, we couldn't give more rankings. And so, hopefully that helps us. In that way, we will be able to check in just a moment as we have started to push through on Shandang. I assume that, yeah, the Zhu Shu's army has come back to try and deal with this. There's no dealing with this, though. There's no dealing with this. So they're putting up a little bit of a fierce resistance here at Xiaopei, but I'm guessing that as soon as Guan Yu kind of comes in here and starts touching the city, or Zhao Yun starts touching the city, that a lot of these guys will recall, or even Huang Zhang comes in here and starts touching the city in the north. So even if they do resist over here, though, which I think that they probably won't, well, actually maybe they can stop us here at this particular spot. I think we're gonna have Meng Da, who was kind of the last one to get in here. I think we're gonna have him come down this way. Actually, certainly we'll have him pick up this on his way, but he's going to reinforce over here. We're going to march out of here, but before we do, we're going to make friends with Wang Shuang, and then we're going to, with Wang Shuang, we're going to march out from here, and then he will have much higher stats when he does this, and he will reinforce into these. Wait, did Sun Sheng's Zieg's unit's still in there, but they're not doing the best, so we'll send some more reinforcements out their way from the cities using the very troops that we've conquered from Cao Cao. So we're using his own troops against him here. We are having a little bit of a contest with Sun Quan to see who gets control of Xi'ip. I'm not sure exactly how this is decided. We've done way more of the damage to Xi'ip, but they've gotten on top of it. I'm not sure who gets it, but we are starting to pick up cities left and right here. We're going to march Guan Yu over to Beihai to take that. Zhao Yun is coming into Ganling. There's basically no defense here. Huangzhong is also coming through, and so I think we're going to just try and push through and annex Cao Cao entirely with this one big push, because now there's fewer and fewer 20 stacks behind coming our way. You know, the troops are there's fewer and fewer big stacks that are coming our way. If we look and take a look at all the forces and the total amount of troops under Cao Cao's control now, it is down to 350,000, and we are up to 1.2 million. So we are using the troops that we have gotten to kind of reinforce the pushing armies as they were. Our main problem now is actually we are running out of officers to kind of reasonably put in the cities, and we have 2 cities with no officers in them because there's no one who's kind of decentish leadership. I guess in theory we should move some gov guys in there either way, but we are kind of just waiting for, I think that our ability to employ all of Cao Cao's officers after we churn through him is what we're kind of waiting for on that. Yeah, I think this is going to be the end for Cao Cao. We conquer through the cities here, down in the south, just kind of pushing through, getting lucky, I suppose, or maybe the player always gets the cities when 2 people are attacking. We're in on Ping Yuan with Guan Yu, and there's no resistance here. We have Zhao Yun, who just secured Nanpi. He's just going to go for Beiping straight away. Zhang Shan will be the next target of Huangzhong's unit, and Zhao Yun will go bang bang, hit city city. We'll go from here to city city, and Guan Yu will be able to kind of support anything else, and then it'll just be us and Sun Quan. But this is going to be pretty straightforward here. They're just falling very, very quickly. There's not a whole lot that can be done. We're just gonna we just want to hide all the like personnel events and us like interacting with a bunch of people inside the city, because I don't think it's as important as the campaign. Yeah, sure, we'll help you with the farmland stuff. That's not too big a deal, but we're taking this. We're not going to transfer any officers currently because we're about to get a whole bunch more officers, but instead we'll have Chen Shi's advance on Wang Ping, and we'll have Wang Ping advance on Huangzhong if that's possible. Okay, and then Huangzhong advance on Zhang Shan. Ooh, that's actually going to be a little bit difficult for him to take. Why don't we take this and just hold out for Guan Yu's help, and see how, if they do anything, like, or make any moves trying to assist in a spot that's, like, suboptimal. Macao's force is just kind of picking these off, these little, I don't even know what they're called, locations off, after which we'll just stand him down, because he won't be able to get back into the fray anyways at this point. And then we're in on Ping Yuan. We'll be able to push towards G. And then we will not construct. Meng Da is doing a similar thing where we're just looking to pick up a whole bunch of these locations as we kind of crash through here. But Cao Cao's, he's basically, there's nothing left. There's nothing left here. Let's see how many troops. 200,000. It's not going to cut it. And this here will be the final battle of Cao Cao. Every other city has fallen. We, of course, do have various things that we need to kind of cruise through. We can boon companions with dear GXZU. We'll probably keep GXZU around in the main base until the end of the game. Well, of course, we'll do some little bit of development, but I did want to show the final city of Cao Cao, dear Cao Cao falling. We won't construct anything. He might be able to resist Zhao Yun's unit. That might not be enough to take him down. But Coming behind is Sun Shangxiang's unit, which is 30,000, more than enough. We've sent the other guys home, knowing that we would not need this quantity of troops to kind of get this done. And here we go. This will be the end for him. The end for Cao Cao. We gained 3 specialties, including the Imperial Seal, incredibly nice, and a ton of officers have gotten captured. We will not transfer anyone over. We are going to have to do a ton of reorganizing as we employ up these guys, but what we will do is we will disperse Zhao Yun's unit, and then Sun Shangxiang's unit, we are actually going to march her back this way, just in case any bandit comes up. That way we will be able to utilize them. And if you take a look at all these 30k stacks we have here. That's all the wounded troops that we had churned through recovering, and they were not able to, like, meet it, or the troops weren't able to get to the front. There's a combination of recovering and returning to the bases. But now if we take a look at what's left, we do have quite a long alliance left with Sun Quan, but if we sort by forces and we take a look, that 1.5 million versus 500,000, plus all the officers we're about to get, but employing all of Cao Cao's forces, we will be just basically in the cleanup phases of things, and we will be able to annul the alliance, except for they have a whole bunch of, we owe them a ton of favors, so it actually might take quite a bit of annulling, but now we will be in employ mode and rebuild mode and kind of reorienting stuff. Like, we're probably going to put a bunch of really good officers from Cao Cao's armies down here, so that we can have a good opportunity to push over here, as well as, you know, fill up all the cities that are currently empty up here. We are in a little bit of cleanup mode here. If you take a look at the top right corner, you can see the prisoner icon right below Li Dian's portrait. Off to the right, we see there's 7 prisoners in Luoyang. There's 2 prisoners here, 4 prisoners here, 2 prisoners here, 3 prisoners, 7 prisoners, 2 prisoners. There's going to be a lot more prisoners up more and to the right, which unfortunately is kind of far from where we are currently, but what we're going to do is we're going to move from city to city, and we're going to employ up whoever we can in each city, because it only takes us like 1 day. So right now we're going to go personal hire, and then we're going to look who in Chenliu is hireable by us, and if no one is hireable, then we'll just move on. But we see there's a couple guys in Chenliu. We see Du Shi, we see Zhang Yao is probably the best guy. For someone like us, it'd be easy, and we're just going to cruise up all the way through, trying to hire as many people as we can. It's going to be a while before we can like kind of reset all the governors, but we're just on a hiring trip. And in the meantime, we still do have an alliance with Sun Quan, so it's not too big a deal anyways. And so this is how we're going to go about things. This guy is making the scary music play, but we're just going to keep using him to go after some of the things. We'll of course have her take some of these things as well. That'll be a little bit easier on us, so we won't have to use Cokes to do it. But this is going to be the plan, and we'll kind of point out guys who are particularly good, like the gentleman we just hired. I suppose we could point him out. He was one of, in the Lu Su run, he was one of our comrades, I believe, or we had the option to make him a comrade, an officer of Wei, 94 governorship, always high governorship, or politics in every Romance of the Three Kingdoms game, Minister of Wei. He was promoted to Grand Teacher after Cao Ryu took the throne. So Sima Shi comes of age. In a lot of games, he can be very, very strong, and in some games, he's not that strong. Signs of the final confrontation increase. Diplomatic relations have fallen apart between Liu Bei and Sun Quan. Okay. Well, I guess we don't have an alliance, so I guess we have to try and figure out how to defend everything. We get a little bit of a kind of guy raising in Changban. That's not ideal for us. Well, the Changban thing's not too big a deal. We'll just be able to wipe him out pretty easy. I believe that, yeah, Guan Yu's over there. Who was over here? I guess they are going to need to come back. But I think that, well, let's check and see if we just have bad relations now, or if we, like, it killed our alliance. Okay, so it just kills our alliance. Okay, that's good to know. So we're going to maybe need to make some adjustments here. That's a little bit spooky, but I think we put luckily, we put Jiangsu over here, even though we said we maybe keep him. He's a good leader, and he is in control of kind of one of the higher pop cities. But now we're going to have to try and See, the thing is we have to be in the home base to reassign. I think we have enough troops, though, to maybe play defensive enough kind of over here. This is going to be a little bit rough, but just kind of awkward spots. Oop. That's kind of awkward, too. We're going to lose that. I thought we were going to get back there in time to take care of that. No matter. We'll be able to march out from there. We have a lot of fixing up to do. So we did take out Cao Cao this episode, but now we have kind of a lot of repairing and remaneuvering to do to kind of do the final push into Sun Quan as well for a complete unification here. And so I hope you enjoyed this episode. If you did, please feel free to like, comment, subscribe, do the YouTube algorithm thing, and other than that, have a good one.